All right, so now I'm going to get into my reading for my fire signs. So just in case if you didn't see a message that, or you felt like you didn't have a message for you in the water signs portion, I'm going to repeat all the same messaging here. Um, I am doing a collective reading for the month of March for all signs. I'm going to do them by element. So all the fire elements should be grouped in this one video. It'll be time stamped for whether you're an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. But I figure I will also pull a card for a gemstone that is the overall energies for you facing the month. What else? Oh, I also want to welcome you all back because I am going to try to go live. I keep saying try just because I know sometimes the best laid plans do not always happen, because it'll be my first time doing it. I just want to kind of give room for things to change or room for error. I will be trying to go live on March 2nd around 7 o'clock. I may be early, I may be late, but just bear with me. I am going to do a reading on the Curse of the Crown of the Catskills, which is this statue that they kind of found in this cave. And ever since then, the cave explorers have been experiencing, when one of them took it, they started experiencing some paranormal activity. So we're going to see if it was really cursed, and if so, what kind of like, anyways, so moving forward, I'm going to try to do that. If you all would like, I would definitely love to try to go live and probably read a few people, just because I want to get better at just kind of reading people on the fly. That's typically not what I do. I need a minute to ground and get it, but I think I should start practicing that more, and I think that will probably help. That'll help me, and hopefully it'll help you all, give you some advice as well. So if you're along for the ride, definitely join me on March 2nd. What else? Is there any other housekeeping thing? No, I think that is it. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards here for, okay, because that angle was kind of bad. Sorry, I had to pull you guys centered. So I'm going to shuffle these cards here. And I'm going to shuffle these here. And I'm going to read 3 cards for the overall energies facing the fire signs for the month of March. As you know, we're getting into Pisces season, but we really know what March brings. It brings Aries. Hello. If you can't tell, I am biased because I am an Aries. But yeah, we're going to see what we get here. So what is the overall energies facing the Aries for the month of March? What is the overall energy facing the overall? What is the overall energy facing the Aries for the month of March? What is the overall energy facing the Aries for the month of March? What is the overall energies that the Aries will be facing for the month of March? That's too much energy, Aries. What is the overall energies that the Aries will be facing during the month of March? Okay. Serpentine, regeneration, luck, and healing. I will accept. So you can all see it here. Serpentine. What is the overall energies facing the Leos for the month of March? Oh, Leos came pretty fast. You got the same thing as was that Cancers. So maybe you did get something for them. They have the sapphire. Okay, what is the overall energies facing the Sagittarius for the month of March? Okay, I feel like one flipped over in here. Let's see if I'm right. No? It just scraped a little. Okay. What is the overall energies facing the Sagittarius? Ooh, let's see here. We got the smoky quartz, letting go, surrender, and grounding. So if you all wildfire signs, we all are getting clubs for the month of March. So if you do read traditional cards, or if you read playing cards, if you do cartomancy and you experience, not experience, but you practice with both tarot, oracle, and regular playing cards, The clubs can typically be a wow factor depending on the other cards surrounding them. So, because I haven't pulled more cards in addition to these, I will not assume, but I would say moving forward, typically the um, two of clubs usually think of it as like the two of wands in tarot, kind of like, oh, you got some decisions to make. You're going somewhere. Are we going forward? Are we going back? Is there some repetitive lessons that you're going to be facing? Think of the King of Clubs as kind of like the King of Wands. Again, kind of like that fiery energy. And it could be telling you, Leos, that you need to embody that, which you kind of already do. You have that fiery passion. Everything is about you. You have the sun revolving around you. But maybe you have to lean more into kind of like that boss ass energy. I also think usually when I think of the King of Wands, I also think of like the Emperor energy as well. So maybe you're being called or being asked to tap into that a bit more. Sagittarius, you do have the 10 of clubs here, which usually is like the when you translate, it's like the 10 of wands. And to me, that kind of feels like again, you are starting a new cycle. Things are changing. You kind of have come over a hurdle, and you're ready to begin the cycle again. You're ready to pick everything back up and finish off where you left off. So each of these gems really bring forth kind of like the energy overall for the gemstones, bring forth the energy overall that you will be facing. Um, but without further ado, if I get any more into this, because I haven't even gotten started on the actual reading, I am going to start with the Aries, which is the 2 of clubs, the serpentine gem, and I will be back. So, welcome back, my fellow Arians. We are going to do a reading for the month of March. It's just the overall energies. I typically start off with the tarot, of course, as you know, and I am going to get into the overall energies. This is just going to be like a 3 card pull just to kind of see what the overall theme, I guess you can kind of say, will be that we will have to kind of jump over the hurdle we'll have to jump over for the month. Um, Also, before I get started, just want to remind you all, if you do like these videos, if you want to see more of these videos, or if you have anything, any critiques, I would say, please leave them down in the comment section below. Please like or dislike, depending on what this video made you feel. And also subscribe so you can get more videos and alerts for, especially for when I go live on March 2nd. So with that, I am going to move forward now that I have did my whole marketing spiel, which I hate to do. It feels gross, but here we are. And I am going to pull a card for that does not count. Pull a card for my fellow Arians for the month of March. Kind of like getting this overall energy of what we're getting into. So we have the 3 of coins here, still speaking to kind of like that regenerative energy here, with healing as well. Energy facing. I'm gonna pull this one. We have the 9 of coins. Coins, coins, coins. Did I drop one? Oh, no. Can I get one final card? Ooh. Up, and finally we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, basically, this is for me. I feel this is reading for myself, but I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go ahead and continue reading this. If it resonates with you, great. I'm glad to know I'm not alone. Um, so I've been constantly getting this message, and I feel like that's why it keeps coming up. So please, masters, teachers, and loved ones, if I am reading into this just too much, please let me know. Because this is supposed to be a general reading, not about me. You always bringing me into it. I understand. Usa. Okay. The overall theme here is that I don't know about anybody else. A lot of us have struggled with this lately, probably in the past few years, or recently, where your trust, essentially your trust in people have been betrayed. You are feeling guarded. You don't feel like you can really, it's not easy to let people in. And so you're struggling and trying to stick out here and go it on your own. You're not wanting other people to help you with things. You kind of just want to strike it out and have things happen. But this is clearly saying, like, in order to truly heal, in order to prove that you truly have healed, and to really move forward and get the luck and regeneration that we are trying to bring forth in our life, the fruition that we are, the happy ending that we want to happen, we are going to have to connect with other people. And I know that's kind of hard, especially if you are like me. You tend to have some strong hermit energy, I would say, throughout your chart, or just from lived experience. It's hard to break those old habits of kind of like being the one that strike it out on your own. This could also be a thing of just, you're typically the person that's like the strong dependable friend, and everybody comes to you, whether they're down and out, or they need advice, or just simply need a ride to a doctor's appointment or to work. You're typically the friend that seems to have their shit together, that people can count on and depend on. You're the dependent friend, and you because you're the strong friend, it's hard for people to recognize that you too need somebody that you can lean on. Or when you have those moments of weakness, it can kind of feel weird when you have to count on other people. It probably can even be weird to your friends and family members and loved ones and things like that when you actually do reach out and need help, because it's not something that is traditionally your behavior or like your go-to kind of like action, call to action. You don't typically like to lean on other people. You're the one that people typically like to lean on. So with all of that being said, I think it's just saying that, again, in order to get to this happy ending, the new start, the fresh start, recycled energy, renewed energy, the healing, the place of healing that we really need to be, we have to lean on other people. It's okay to count other people into the fold. And I will say, starting off on a strong bit here, again, this is kind of playing into that wild card magic, that whether it's good or bad, with the two of clubs, fire signs, because if you haven't seen with the water signs, they had a lot of energy dealing with major arcana, and these are all minor. And not saying that just because one is called major, one is called minor, they don't really mean as much, because I typically do not believe that. I feel like if you put a three of swords or something in front of me, or you put like a seven of disc, or those can read just as strong, just as powerfully in a reading, depending on anything else that you're getting. I feel like all the cards are equal, whether they're major or minor or court cards. They all have a powerful impact and meaning in your reading. But I will say, with this, it's just kind of like, I don't feel like it says urgent. I would say that usually when I feel like I get major arcana cards, I feel like it's more of an urgency to it. It's something that something you're deliberately not doing. Kind of like reversals. But to me, it isn't reading urgent, but I think there is going to become a time where you are going to have to lean on other people, and you're going to have to get comfortable with doing it. I think right now it's being asked for you to start practicing vulnerability, humility, companionship, um all those good things of kind of like community sharing, letting people in, is going to make your journey that much more sweeter, that much more easier. It may not make it perfect, but you can definitely look back and be like, oh my god, I remember when so and so helped me with this and that, even though they didn't really know what they were doing and I didn't really know what they doing. It meant a lot to me that they were able to help me out through that situation. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. And so now we're going to get a bit more detail here. I really kind of want to use these just because this deck, the Earthcraft Oracle, I have not worked with too much, but we're going to get into some more clarity here. Can we get some more clarity on why this Three of Coins is here? What is being called on us to do with this Three of Coins? Okay, what's being called on us to do with this Three of Coins? What's being called on us to do with this Three of Coins? Oh, okay, so that kind of flipped on now here. Warrior woman, yeah, it's saying stop being the strong Stop being the strong, invulnerable, impenetrable being that you think that you are. Like, you are still human at the end of the day. I don't know if you noticed this. Like, there's clearly a heart in the center of her chest here. You are still vulnerable at the end of the day. Be vulnerable. You cannot keep relying on being strong and independent all the time. Can I get more clarity on why this 9 of Coins is here for my Aries signs for the month of March? Here. Okay, so this kind of flipped over. Was there anything else? Soul loss. Definitely feels like what I'm hearing is crying is cleansing. Crying is not weakness. Crying is cleansing. Sometimes you need, that's what it is. It's like sometimes you need a good old fashioned cry. That's kind of like what the energy is. Sometimes you need a good old fashioned cry. Oh, is there a lot of hurt coming up here? Have you had to put on armor in order to move forward? And now it's telling you like to take a moment of respite, a moment for yourself. Kind of like heal. Sorry, that was way too many cards. Can I get 1 to 3 cards on why this Ace of Cups is here? What is being called on us with this Ace of Cups for the Aries sign? Can I get 1 to 3 cards here for the Ace of Cups? There's way too many again. Forest bathing. Oh, wow. 2 things come to mind for me. Putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. The second thing is, I don't know if you ever heard of this Japanese practice where I think that it is called forest bathing, or is it nature bathing? And it's not you actually going out in nature and you're finding a stream and you wash or whatever. Like, yes, if you're called to do so, maybe do so. Do so as long as it's safe. It's not protective waters or something, or it's not some like native tradition or something that you have to do. I don't know how many of you have ever been to Mexico. Sometimes they ask you to cleanse yourselves before actually getting into their cenotes and stuff there. But this brings forth to me a Japanese tradition or action that they do there where it's called nature or forest bathing. I really want to say it's called forest bathing, where you go out into nature and you go for a stroll. You actually absorb and you actually like enshrine yourself in the moment. You are taking in all of the birds, you're taking in the scents, you're feeling the rumble in between your feet, you're hearing the slight trickle of a far distant waterfall, you are feeling the leaves and you're letting the aroma fill your lungs, you're feeling the leaves of the trees and any other debris that may be blowing in the wind. You're actually letting it wash over you, and you're taking a moment to center yourself and to actually be one and at peace with nature. It's something that they do in Japan. It's just kind of like it's kind of like that we say here of like go outside and touch some grass, essentially. And it's saying you're not going outside and touching grass. You're not taking a moment to kind of like unwind and decompress before taking those next steps. I do want to say, notice that all of these are in reverse. These are things that like you aren't doing. You aren't like putting down that armor. You aren't tapping into your vulnerability. You aren't tapping into those losses that you have and kind of using that as your inner strength, as your a reason to connect with people, or how you kind of like have commonality with other individuals. We all experience loss, period. I think you're not allowing people to see that you're just steady coming off as a strong person of like nothing ever touches you. And then you also have the forest bathing. Again, it's kind of really being called to nature of kind of just like take a moment, respite. It's okay to have a good old fashioned cry. I don't care if you have to put on the saddest movie that has, find a movie or something that has made you cry and just cry off of that when you watch it. Like for me, Marley and Me or something. Find that movie that's gonna make you effing cry. I know some people's The Notebook. Just put on something to get that off your chest. What's gonna bring up those feelings, those emotions for you to where you can kind of do that emotional and spiritual cleanse. That's what's coming up. And so lastly, I didn't answer that. And so lastly, let's look at steps to take forward for the month of March for my Aries signs. And this is the Numinous deck. I love this deck because it gets in your ass. This deck gets in your ass. Okay, so I love this deck. What did I say? Oh, the girl is good. Okay, so you have 11th house, the edge. So the 11th house deals with your community, your friendships. It deals with humanity. It also reads hope, tribe, festivals, discoveries, common goals, startups, rebellion, experimentation, the future. Experimentation definitely comes up first and foremost outside of the community and everything. This did come up in reverse. This is all things that you are not doing at this time. Yes, I get it, spiritual team. I am not tapping into my tribe. I'm not building my tribe. I'm not being adventurous. I don't know if this is resonating with any other Aries, but it's definitely resonating with me. So moving forward, I should have said Aries for last because goddamn, I'm not gonna have no energy for nobody else. Here we get some more for the steps for the ear. Ooh, okay, let's see what we got here. We have the third house, perception. This definitely brings into kind of like hangman energy. Are you looking at things from a different perspective? Are you making sure you're taking um, all things into account? Are you sure you're looking at that the right way? But the card also reads speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, and sociability. That sociability is coming up again. This kind of reads like we've been having a dark night of the soul, and it's telling you to get up out of that. Like, stop being a hermit, Aries. You are not a Virgo. Like, what are you doing here? You you're not a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Like, bring your ass outside. And so, what do we have here? We have the Ace of Cups. Can we get one more clarity card on what the Aries, what actions the Aries should take for the month of March? Can we get one more clarity card on what actions that? Oh, I definitely seen fifth house first. I don't know if that's what landed here on the four. Yes, it did. It did land upright. Hold on one second. Please hold. Okay, back. So I will say again, this came up in the reverse, the fifth house, but we also got the seventh house. Oh God. Can y'all not embarrass me while I'm trying to do a reading for people? Because like this is ridiculous. I'm talking to my spirit team, but neither here nor there. Anyways, we got the fifth house: performance, entertainment, creativity, costume, play, love affairs, passion, pleasure, parties, children, humor, romance, and disco ball. We did get the fifth house in reverse. I'll pull this out so you kind of see that. That's what we got. But what did come up in the upright is relating. Wasn't I just talking about relating to people, using our sorrow to relate to people because everyone experienced loss? Okay, whatever. Mind you, this also has Libra energy in it as well. That Venus kind of energy. Is the scales there as well. Libras is also ruled by Venus, the love, which is also the opposite of us Aries here with the Mars. There also are what they call it, our opposites in the astrological wheel, the zodiac wheel. And it reads partner, companionship, best friends, marriage, relationships, opposition, equilibrium, sharing, communion, justice, balance, social awareness. So yeah, it's definitely asking us to we can't continue to try to be creative or relate to people or think we're going to find that tribe or community if we're being by ourselves. We're going to have to kind of go out there, harken back to our relationships, tap into those things, take moments and time for ourselves, make more balance for both our home life, our work life, our spiritual, our, whatever we're being called to do. Um, Take time for those carnal pleasures because Aries, come on, take time for those carnal pleasures. Sex can be fun too. So I think that's all the things that it's calling us to do. Sex can help clear out some things and, blockages of all kind. So yes, Aries, that is what I'm getting for you for the month of March. I hope this whooped your ass as much as this whooped mine because I feel like it was definitely calling me out. So let me know if it resonated with you by putting, a ram or something in the comment section. And without further ado, I'm going to move forward to the Leos. Well, what up? What up? What up? Hello, Leos. Oh, every single time I think of Leos, I just think of like I don't know if anybody has read this webtoon at all, but it's this webtoon by a creator. I think it's Rachel Scythe. I don't know, but it's called Lore Olympus. You probably even seen it at a bookstore before. One of the characters in there is, of course, Apollo, and let's just say he's not a fan favorite. If you like Apollo, and at least in this distinction in Lore Olympus, I'm questioning you as a human being. Real talk. But anyways, um, I think when I think of Leos, I think of him from Lore Olympus. I think of Apollo from Lore Olympus. Sad but true. But anyways, let's get into this, Leos. That was kind of shady what I said. I'm not even gonna lie. If you don't get the reference, it was kind of shady what I said, but I said what I said. We're gonna tap into the overall energies for the month of March that my Leos will be facing. We're just gonna dig into this a bit more, see what's the overall energies that you guys. Oh, we had one flip over here. What is this? Ooh, Queen of Coins. What earth sign is calling to you? Let me get more overall energies. I feel like every last one of these need to stick. Okay, Leo, so y'all go. Still in this show. Y'all gotta have more cards than everybody else, huh? This actually came out last, so I hope this is all fitting on the screen. I'm so sorry. You have like 7 cards here. So, just in case they all are not fitting on the screen, you have the Queen of Coins, you have the Ten of Wands, you have the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, sorry that light was glaring, the Hermit, and then you have the Knight of Wands. This kind of feels like a painful breakup. And it feels like it's a breakup that probably was like shouldn't have happened yet. Like it happened sooner than it was supposed to. Can I get more clarity? Oh, nope, hold on. Can I get more clarity on why this Hermit card is here for my Leos for the month of March? Can I get more clarity on why this Hermit card is here? What is this Hermit energy that's here for my Leos for the month of March? What is this Hermit energy? Why are most of your cards coming up in reverse? 5 of Wands. Leos, who have you been intimidated by? And this must be a pretty interesting person because you guys are kind of like hard to intimidate because everything is about you at all times. It feels like you're kind like, or maybe you're no. Maybe you're fighting with somebody when you should be running away. Like put your sword down. Like maybe you shouldn't be trying to fight them right now. And that's what it seems like you're trying to do. Because you obviously are not seeing something clearly. Something is not, yeah, you need to be restricted. Let's see here. Queen of Cups. Are you fighting off of emotion? I mean, child, us fire signs, we can't do that. And anger is usually the first thing that rises to the top. That's the cream of the crop that rises to the top, okay? Let's see here. I'm going to see. Who can I get more info on the energy of this Queen of Coins? Definitely feel like you're the Knight of Wands, and this is all of the energy between you. You are the Knight of Wands, and it's about a Queen of Coins. And obviously, you two are not seeing things eye to eye. So things are out of sync here. Or maybe you should be embodying this Queen. Let's see. Wild winds. This made me feel like this is an earth sign with some air energy to them. I don't know if this is like their rising moon or maybe potentially their Venus or something. Or maybe it's the air sign with the earth rising moon or Venus. Um, I think it's somebody, whoever it is, whether skipping, pushing out the zodiac references aside, I definitely feel this is a person. I forget you did have the King of Clubs here. It feels like somebody that, yeah, they kind of blew through your life unexpectedly, and they came with some kind of like perspective or energy that you didn't expect. Can I get more clarity on this Knight of Wands? Let's see here. Who is this Knight of Wands? All right, Leos. What is this Knight of Wands here? Let's see here. Is this Knight of Wands? I think there is a couple of people or energies in between you all. Abundance and ceremony. I feel like some overstep has happened here. On your part, Leos, unfortunately. Excuse me. Okay, what is this Queen of Cups and Page of Swords energy? Okay. I get more clarity on this Page of Swords and Queen of Cups energy. What is this? Oh, wait, did something flip over? Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again, because there was a couple of things that have flipped over in here and I didn't pay no attention to. Okay. Can I get the energy between this Page of Swords and Queen of Cups? Offerings. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to say this reads like a falling out occurred. And I think it was a battle I feel like on your end, it was a battle of ego versus wit. And you didn't like what was being said or offered. Maybe it was like some friendly advice. You didn't like what was being offered. And, or, the person telling you like, well, I can't do this anymore because you're immature and you just make, I feel like there was some advice. Maybe it was, some harsh advice offered on this side, whoever this acquaintance is that you are having a problem with. You didn't like what they were offering, what was being said, and your ego kicked in and you decided to respond with ego instead of with like care or with respect. I think you decided to just be like, I'm just gonna respond the way I want to because no, like I've never had anybody say that about me. I never had anybody address me in that manner. Da 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 da. And you kind of just like got out of character. You got out of box. You were not graceful in this moment, and I think you kind of realized that, and you hate that it happened, but it's also made it hard to kind of like bridge that gap again with this person. Um, let's see here. What is the overall? Can we get more clarity? Like, why is this Ten of Wands here? I feel like this person was ready to just like give up on you for whatever reason. Uh, is this a family member? You got the fourth house. Or maybe it's somebody you see as family. It could be, your husband, your wife, your significant other could be, depending on the relationship, could be, your family. So I have, oh, look at this. I said family. I didn't even read the bottom. Family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self care, rejuvenation, habits, shell. So this Ten of Wands here, somebody was ready to let go of this energy here with the house, the home life. Like somebody obviously was not feeling it. Maybe somebody was telling you, your significant other, your child, your whoever, this family member that you are sharing this living space with, this home space with, this home energy with, is saying like, I don't feel comfortable with you being here. I don't like sharing this space with you anymore. I'm upset in the way that you conduct, or the manner that you behave in this situation where we're here. And I'm trying to tell you, and I'm okay with, if this causes us to separate, I'm okay with it. And I think you did not like that. Can I get more clarity on what this, why is this Four of Wands upright? Come on, let's get more clarity on why this Four of Swords is here. Sorry, I said Four of Wands. Get more clarity on why this Four of Swords is here. This wanted to come out. Didn't I say the person that you were probably arguing with is some kind of air earth sign? Why did I get the Gemini, the butterfly? Curious, somebody who is communicative, versatile, flexible, variety seeking, social, collaborative, brilliant, perceptive, connected, vocal, adaptive, street smart, mobile, studious, superficial, restless, fidgety. Yeah, it don't have to be a Gemini. It doesn't, but I think this is definitely somebody who comes in with some, like they could be, so for instance, they could be like, sorry, Caps, I just got to pick on y'all. They could be a Capricorn sun, let's say, a Cancer moon, and they're a Gemini rising or an Aquarius rising or something like that. And this person kind of like grinds your gears because again, they kind of come with the energy that you were not expecting of somebody, whether because of their look or because of their sign, but you don't understand the other underlying influences of their rising moon, their sun, their Venus, their Mercury, and kind of like how they communicate. This is definitely somebody who has like grinded your gears and probably have kind of like, I feel like they kind of like held a mirror up to you. Um, Not that they're your mirror, but kind of just like, look at you. Look at you. Like you sound mad crazy. Had to get the New Yorker accent on. Like, oop. And lo and behold, see this happened with the cancers too. I pulled your cards, Leo. I pulled your card. Leo, the lover, expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical. Didn't I say something about your ego? Juicy, proud, trusting, and excessive. And you can take this is, and I say this with all love to all my fire signs. We can be excessive when we get into an emotional state. I don't care who we are. I mean, it can happen with all signs, but typically when it comes to fire signs, we get excessive when it comes to our emotions. Or if you hurt us, we trusted you, you hurt us, you betrayed our trust, and it's done so. It's time to burn everything that you have to the ground. Like, I don't care if I have to hurt myself in the process to get you. Like, I have to get that payback. I know it's sick. Or just tell me if I'm speaking for myself. Just tell me if I'm speaking about myself. Just tell me I'm gonna speak. I don't speak for the choir. Speak for myself. Um, and again, here you have the King of Spades. Here, I mean the King of Clubs. So this deals with somebody who is very virtuous, who comes with a lot of wisdom. This is probably somebody you have had good fortune and good times with, and now that fortune, I think of like the wheel of fortune. That fortune has changed because for whatever reason they're sick of your shit. They're tired of it, and you are being called to kind of like put that ego down, put your sword down, put your weapons down, be vulnerable, step forward, own, be take on the onus of apologizing, of coming to them first, of saying, yes, I fucked up. Yes, I did this. Yes, I may have overstepped. Yes, I responded with anger first because I just, at the time I was embarrassed. And that's what jumped out first. And I can own up to that. I can be honest about that. But I do miss our friendship or whatever our connection was. And I want to make this better. Um, Yeah, let me pull out these tea leaves. Let's see if I can get a bit. You know what? Hold on. I didn't do the bottom of the pile with you all. Hold on, because that tells me a lot more too. This has to be like, is that Saturn as? I mean, I said Saturn. Is that Capricorns as ruled by Saturn? Because you have Saturn again underneath wisdom. Wisdom has been coming up a lot. You have wisdom in the sapphire as well. This reads to discipline, structure, time, responsibility, ambition, something that is difficult, something that makes you feel restraint, something that grounds you. So this is definitely somebody with some kind of strong earthly energy. They may not have to be an earth sign, but this is definitely somebody with some real earthly kind of like energy, grounding, practical, self-control, tradition, realism, container, bones, maturity, gravity, scaffolding. It doesn't also surprise me if you're also just getting this because this is kind of like around the time that it's four major planets that's moving that usually takes a long time. It's what is that? Saturn, Pluto, is that Jupiter, and I'm blanking on the last one. I swear I'm not an astrology girl. I just try to keep up to date with stuff like that because I read cards. But it doesn't surprise me that Saturn is also coming up for you where it's just kind of like this is trial time. Like, okay, here you are, especially if you're again a millennial. We're kind of getting back into that stage of where it's that Saturn return. It's like, okay, you lived your life. Here's all the stuff we prepared you as much as we can for this life test. This pop quiz is about to come up. Now, boom, here we go. Here's the time. We're off to the races. Let's see how you do. Are you going to respond in the same manner that you did back then, or have you grown? I don't know. We're about to find out. You also did get the Hierophant in reverse at the bottom of the deck of the Divine Tarot. So again, usually when I see the Hierophant underneath here, I usually think of somebody who's kind of like, this could be a teacher, a guy, administrator, someone you look up to. It could be your pastor, your religious leader, a parent. I think of something like that usually when I see the Hierophant. So it's definitely somebody you look up to and that you have some kind of, I won't say parental relationship with, but there is definitely kind of like something along those lines of the same energy. And then you also have sight of an owl at the bottom of the Earthcraft. Oh, let's get some of that light out of there, that glare. So at the bottom of the deck here for the Earthcraft. And that usually kind of speaks to at least the energy, because I haven't really read the book. If you don't know anything about me, I typically do not read the guidebooks for these when I'm first practicing with them, because I want to kind of get my own interpretations of them. And then if I feel like I'm really struggling, I will go to the book. But neither here nor there. Usually when I think of sight of an owl, I think of like kind of like Empress, seeing what isn't isn't physically there, seeing beyond the veil, seeing through the dark, seeing past your expectation, past the horizon, kind of like that 12th house kind of energy. Look past the horizon, what lies beyond. What if things work out in such a manner where you can begin the cycle again, that wheel of fortune kind of coming through. So I feel like that's like the two big energies here. I feel like this is again, and if you haven't um seen anything with the Pisces and the it was the Pisces and Cancers, they kind of really had that energy with them. Cycles are starting anew here. So it could be a message. It is a message here for some of you all for like a spiritual leveling up of like seeing beyond the horizon, seeing beyond the 12th house. What lies beyond if you were just to get out your own fucking head. And then there's also the thing here of kind of like dealing with the earthly matters of who here has held a mirror up to you or hurt you, not purposely, but hurt you and told you about yourself, and you're not responding in the best way possible. Um, so let's see here. I don't think I read cards for what should be your next steps. How should our Leos move forward for the month of March? Let's see here. Funny, you got grapes. And grapes says time to go out and have fun. How should the Leos move forward for the month of March? Can we get some actions for the Leos for the month of March? How should they move forward through the month of March? How should the Leos move forward? Ooh, sorry, I almost dropped a bunch of cards here. How should the Leos move forward for the month of March? How should the Leos move forward for the month of March? Let's see here. How should the Leos move forward for the month of March? How should the Leos move forward for the month of March? Okay, I feel like these kind of. And I will say this kind of came up earlier too when you had abundance. Are you being stingy about something that you shouldn't be, that you don't need to be? Because you do have plenty of material things here. So again, this could resonate two different ways. This could be in regards to the people who are combating each other. Maybe somebody is telling you about your spending habits or something like that, or how like where you're putting your money or something like that, or you come off stingy to them about something, or maybe you use them for a lot of things to kind of like bankroll your life essentially. It's not a bad thing if it's an agreed upon thing, but maybe they're like, okay, you're living well now, like you don't need me to help bankroll your life. The other way this could be is that this is again on that spiritual level, this is somebody, some of you Leos are being called to kind of like stop being materialistic, stop living in kind of like the mundane world realm, and you are being called to again look past that horizon, look past that 12th house, what lies beyond. What is these riches and stuff going to equate to when it's time to go? Like what are you going to do with all of this? And then you also have the rat, someone working against you behind your back. So remember I said I was picking up on it may be some people in between you, the Queen of Cups and this Page of Swords. So I don't know if they're working together to keep you two apart, or if it's something kind of just like maybe it's not a someone, it could be a something. Mm? And then you do have Weeping Willow, family sorrow. So again, going back to that family energy with the fourth house, your roots. Maybe you'll find out that a lot of this stems from something from childhood wounds, a father wound, a mother wound, whatever. And maybe with them telling you that, you kind of like got defensive again because it brought up some things that maybe a parent has said to you or had done to you. And you're like, that can't be true. My parents said it to me, and I just made them a villain in my head. I vilified them. And for somebody that I love and care for to say that to me, that hurts. And that's probably why you lashed out an ego. I think once you start pulling those threads and you start untangling what was the foundation of the anger, of the response, you'll start seeing a lot of things like, oh shit, oh God. And you'll just keep pulling and be like, like you'll be, oh my God, maybe I am the problem. I will say you also do have seek out information that will help you. You got the vine at the bottom of the tea leaf oracles. Will it focus? Will it focus? I think it did focus. So you did have seek out information that will help you. Again, the Page of Swords really to me really reads to like clerical research work. Then you get research on something else here. Yeah, Saturn, right? Because then you get Saturn. Oh no, I think you just got the Gemini. I'm thinking about Aries, sorry. Um, yeah, it's just speaking to kind of like research, be curious, be vocal, kind of like step back, be studious. Oh, nope, you did get studious here for Gemini. So yeah, it's just kind of like be smart about things. Go back, look deeper. Um, yeah, so Leos, that's what I have for you for the month of March. I hope this helps. I hope you do reconnect with this person. I hope you do the research. I hope you do the healing. I hope you do look beyond that horizon, look beyond that 12th house, look beyond your Sagittarian energy here. Get to the bottom of your child wound. Your, what they call it, your son to child wound or whatever they call it, and just kind of like look past it, not look past it, but work through it in order to kind of get to the next level, the next stage that you have to do. Again, this could harken back to it being somebody in your family. But family, depending on who you are, it can mean so much. It can mean your husband, it can mean your wife, your significant other, it can mean your parents, so forth and so forth. So hopefully you kind of work that out and you kind of get out your own way, get out your ego, and tap into kind of like, okay, my psychology majors, you have what, your ego, your ids, and your what's that third one? You know what I'm talking about. But tap into that next layer where ego was removed and you're just like, okay, this is what I need to do in order to be a better person. It hurts. It's gonna be painful, but I can get through it. So with that, Leos, that's what I have for you for the month of March. In the meantime, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, and subscribe so you can see when I go live on March 2nd at 7 o'clock, because we are doing the Crown of the Catskills curse. And I'm going to try to do a few people live if there's enough of you that come in. I definitely need to get better with just reading people on the fly. So without further ado, I'm going to move on to the Sagittarians, and we're going to do their general reading for the month of March. I'm happy we've been getting through this. I hope y'all been having a good time. Y'all enjoying it so far. Maybe you resonated with one of the previous signs and you kind of got a feel for what we're going for. Um, so yeah, Sagittarians, let's get it. Let's get into what you got coming up for the month of March. Let's see the overall energies facing you for the month of March. Okay, Sagittarians, how you been? How you doing? Where you booking a vacation to? Because y'all know y'all like to travel. Y'all can't stay still too long. That just don't work for y'all. So where you going? We're going to keep the Two of Coins here because that was the first one that stuck. Can we get more cards, more clarity? Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Three of Wands here. We can get more clarity. Can we get more clarity on the overall energy facing Sagittarius month of March? Justice. This reads to me like somebody is out to get even. Now hold on now, Saggies. Who you trying to letting go, surrender, grounding? Somebody out to this reads like somebody out for revenge. I said what I said. And if you didn't hear me, here I come to your house. I will pull up on you and tell you. Let me stop. Let me not feed into y'all mess. Okay, Saggies. I'm gonna need y'all to chill with this energy because I can't be tapping into that. I can't be getting into that hoopra. Can I get more clarity on why this Justice card is here? Oh, okay. This kind of really want to bounce out the Tower. My God, my God. So just follow me. We start off with three people here. You have the Three of Wands. Somebody is climbing or leaving. And then we get here and you have the Justice card. I say, well, why we have the Justice card? You have three things here. Notice you have the Tower in the middle of these two people. We're going back to the two people and somebody was leaving. What is going on? You are trying to get somebody out the middle. You are trying to get somebody out the way. You are seeking revenge. This reads like, I'm not here to get even. I'm here to get over. Ooh. Oh, look at that. We have the King of Swords calculating. Okay, I don't want three cards, but we are going to say no. You got the Magician, the King of Cups, and the Chariot. Somebody said I'm moving on. Can I get more clarity on this Three of Wands? What's this Three of Wands? Yeah, you keep getting some energy about move on. Let it go. I'm coming. About to get feisty in here. What's the underlying energy? Now, hold on. Did you find out something? You got the Moon in reverse. So did you recently find out something that you ain't happy about? And that's why you out for blood? Because you know we got bad blood. Oh, God. Saggies, hold on. I need a minute. Because I'm getting hyped. Like, you know when you're talking to your girlfriends or your guy friends about somebody and you just know this person is wrong, they did you dirty, and they gonna hype you up. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. Like, I'm just steady going off. Like, don't nobody say nothing. I'm just going off. Like, I gotta get this off my chest. I got this in the chamber, and I gotta empty the clip. Like, I gotta get this off my hip. I'm shooting from the hip. I gotta get this off my chest. If I keep it on my chest anymore, I'm gonna have an effing problem. I done found some shit out, and it upset my spirit. It's upset me and my homegirls. What is this energy here? What? It's real defensive. It's real like... you got the shift. And then you got run with wolves. Didn't I just say something about talking to your friends? You got the shift and run with wolves. Okay, see, I was just talking crap with the Leos about I typically like to go off the dome when I see these. But in this instance, I need some clarity for the run with wolves here, because I want to make sure what I'm feeling is what is actually interpreted here. Is what's supposed to be here. Okay, so run with wolves commonly comes to you when you are questioning your relationship and interactions with others. As you become more aware of your emotional needs, you might find that familiar relationships, even those with family, no longer align with your soul. Sorry. Additionally, this card could mean you have lost pieces of yourself and what is important to you, prioritizing the desires of others over your own. It may be time to consider whether or not you've been running with the wrong pack. Could it be time to strike out on your own into the wilderness to find something better? It could also mean that you must find your voice and lovingly create better boundaries in your relationship. Yeah. That's the shift. So I'm gonna just say it. I feel like this has to be a Sagittarian woman. If not, if it's some of y'all Sagittarian men, I just don't want to think bad about my Sagittarian men. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna let me just stop being biased. So my Sagittarians, you all can be very loyal, and I feel that somebody here. I was just talking about this in the last with the Leos. Or was that the Aries? No, the Leos. When somebody betrays a fire sign's trust, you are be expected to be hit with a meteor. Expect the volcano to explode and blow your house away and bury you in gas and lava. Like just expect it, because trust and loyalty is so big for fire signs. That's like entrusting you with our heart. That's entrusting you with whatever. That's entrusting you with our most sacred and precious thing that we could give anybody. I gave you my loyalty and my trust, and I laid down for you. I stuck it through, even when people told me you wasn't no good. I saw you was no good for myself, and I still decided to let you play in my face. And this is how you repay me. This is how you're gonna treat me. This is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to move. This is how you're going to talk about me. Okay. So I see this. You aren't a loyal person. You aren't fair. You are not being, um, you are not reciprocating my loyalty and my trust. Instead, you're up here doing behind my back, and now we have a problem. So now I have to light things up. I have to set things on fire. Things are going to blow up. I'm going to make your life a living hell. I am going to disrupt things. I'm going to make sure you are never comfortable. I have to, in order for this to sit right for me, in order for me to move forward, I don't care if hurting myself in the process to get even with you is the sacrifice needed. I am going to take it. If I have to chop off my pinky to make sure that you lose a hand, so be it. Like, you got to get this cut. You got to get even. I'm not gonna feel this is fair until I get you back. And that's really what this energy is. Like, this is what this energy feels like. Why is this tower here? Sagittarius said, look, I came here to shit up. Not me saying, skipping, blanking out F and saying, okay. Why is this tower here in reverse? Let me get more clarity. This tower is here in reverse. Ooh, okay. I feel like these two kind of want to come out. Yeah. Mm. Spirit of the South. Spirit of the South deals with fire, passion, um, anger. It's coming up in reverse with the tower. It's coming up in reverse with the tower. Abundance. You have a whole lot. You got an abundance of anger. Abundance of anger. That's what you have. Oh, and look at that. You also have thunderstorm as the underlying energy. You are ready to release some things. You are ready for some things to be shaken up. You are ready to unload some stuff off your chest. Like, you have been, right now, I feel like you're gathering the information. And it's kind of like you're doing confirmation bias too. Like, you just like, oh, let me find out. I don't care if I got to go to the enemy to find out all the negative stuff about you. I'm about to find out. I'm about to figure it out. I'm about to use it. I'm about to use it against you. I need to know everything about you. So when it comes time, when I'm ready to unleash, there's nothing anybody or anyone can say to me that's going to make me stop. I'm just erupting. I am erupting on you. Ooh, okay, we got two cards here. So ninth, did I say something about you trying to seek the truth? You don't care if you have to go to your enemies to get it. You got the ninth house, seeking, foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, risk taking. It's coming up. I feel so. I don't think it's coming up in reverse because it's something you shouldn't do or something that you are actively doing that you need to stop. To me, it's just kind of like it's coming up in reverse because this is kind of like it's coming from a negative place. If the energies around it is coming from a negative place, it's a malicious thing now. Like you like, I'm going to do what I have to do. You also have conjunction here, empowerment. Combines with, enhances, strengthens, joins forces, activates, intensifies, authorizes, allies with, concentrates, saturates, overrides, and overwhelm. Look, Saggies, y'all giving me a headache. This is too much rah, 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 rah. You know what's coming up? This song that's coming to mind for me is two songs. So I don't know if any of you even listen to these two artists. So I'm thinking of so the first one is Cash Doll, Here I Go. And the second one is by Meg Thee Stallion. Please tell me the name of this song. It's Week B. That's what it's called. I think it's Week WAB or Week AB, something like that. That's what the energy is. It's like really amped up. Like I see you riding in the car right now, like just listening to all your fight songs, just getting amped up. Like I'm on a mission. Can we get another clarity card here? Neptune, imagination, memories, the subconscious, self-sacrifice, ideas, universal law, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, magic. Again, that self-sacrifice is coming up pretty strong in this. That escapism, that imagination of memories, you just kind of going back and like I remember it's again with this Neptune here, the dreams, it's just like I remember building you up so much in my head, even with all the bull crap that came with it. Like I was not blind to the bull crap, but I chose to ignore it. And I should have been paying attention. And look what I got for it. Look at what I got for it. Look how I'm being paid back for it. I'm upset. And the underlying energy is ascendant outlook, which reads worldview, mission, statement, expression, effects, role, mark, attitude, outer self. Yeah, you outer body for real. Point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impressions. Ooh. Did I tell you the bottom card for your tarot is divine? Yeah, I did. I said the moon. Yep. Okay, so can we get some action cards for the Leos? I mean, for the Sagittarius. I'm so sorry. Can we get some action cards, some steps moving forward for the Sagittarians? This is way too many cards. Ooh, but I do want to read these just to know. Sometimes some of these might be something. You have a journey. I mean, you have carriage, which speaks to a journey, physical or mental. You have the caterpillar, which also speaks to changes coming. A wishbone, wish being granted. You have a fly, a period of ill health, depression. You have a man, of course, dealing with a man. You have a fan, romance, celebration, party. You have a kangaroo, unsettled times ahead. You have the ram, stubbornness, aggressive person. That's you, Saggies. You have Leo, spiritual love, something going down in May. You have lobster, financial pinch, career. You have ear, good news, and then you also have another man. So, can I get some actions? What are some steps that the Leo should take for the month of March moving forward? What are some steps that the Sagittarius should take for the month of March moving forward? What are some steps that the Sagittarius? Okay, I'm going to keep these two on the board. Look at this. Then I say put down your knives. Put your knives away. Fear, worries, tense situation. You got the dagger. And then you also have candle. You will be shown the way. And then you also have the candle. You will be shown the way. To me, this feels like you saying, I'm about to light somebody on fire. Saggies, heartache, spear. You got the spear. Heartache over which you no longer have. Please ignore my candle wax. I tell you, I have candle wax on every dang card. In some form of fashion, it comes up in every video. Look, don't ask what I be doing with my cards. Mind your business. I will say, I think whatever you have, whatever you're planning, moving forward, as long as it's not, I'm gonna say John Wick and somebody. I think you have some some angel protection energy moving forward, because it's been a long time coming. This person has been playing in your face and treating you wrong, and they're about to get their just desserts. I think whether you do something or not, and that's also probably why you're getting some of the things here, kind of like with the candle or the shift, or, you know, just kind of like, you don't have to be this angry. Like, I understand the anger, I understand the frustration, I understand the feeling of betrayal, of being forgotten, of being used. But whether you do something or not, I think this person is going to get their just desserts. Like, you don't even really have to do much. However, if you do decide to kind of confront this person, have a conversation with them, fight them, whatever happens, I think you know, nobody is going to fault you. Like, people understand. The people in this situation will understand why you just go buck wild on this person. Again, you have the smoky quartz. The smoky quartz usually speaks to, think of what the clear quartz is. But it's the opposite. Things that are not yet clear, things that are about to be cleared up. It speaks to cloudiness. And I think you're about to clear some stuff out the way. You're getting some energy, some stuff up out of here, because you like, I need to figure this out. Somebody in your camp is not who they say they is, or, you know, pretending who, or somebody in your camp is not who they say they is, or who they're pretending to be, and you about to clean house. Or when you find out, I'm not having it. And so with that, Saggies, I don't think I need to be wishing you well. I think I need to be wishing this other person well, that I hope they can run very fast or high, because I think you're going to go to the ends of the earth to get this person. Like, there's no way, no place, heaven or earth or hell, that they can hide. You are not going to try to get your lick back from them. And so with that, Saggies, I'm going to close it out here. I thank you all for coming in for this reading for the month of March. I hope you have a chill moment to actually think through this before you take any aggressive maneuvers. And then I also hope you like, comment, and subscribe so you can get that notification from when I go live on March 2nd at 7 o'clock as we go over the reading for the Curse of the Crown of the Catskills. And hopefully you can kind of get a live reading, because I would definitely like to follow up on this if this resonated with you, to see how things kind of fall out. Hopefully you don't fall out that quick, but kind of like maybe your energies change. You decide to kind of like not go all, you know, war mode on them, and kind of like calm down in USA. So with that, I am going to move forward with the earth signs. Yes, because Taurus come after Aries. So I'm going to move on to the earth signs, and I'm going to do my fellow Taurans. And yeah, that's it. So thanks again. See you all in the next video, or with the earth signs, if you resonate with any of those messages. So see you again, Saggies.